Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I declare this congregation open for the conferment of University Awards. Good morning, everyone. My name is David Greenaway. I'm Vice-Chancellor of our university, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to today's ceremony and celebration. And it is both. It is a ceremony. We do like to mark this important rite of passage for our new graduates with due ceremony. But it's also, of course, a celebration, a day of joy for our new graduates, but also, of course, a day of pride for their families and friends and supporters who are here at the front of the hall. And I offer you all the warmest of welcomes. We also have two very special guests today, Dr. John Warnock, Mr. Mitch Stevenson. And they're here to receive the highest honor which our university can offer, which is an honorary doctorate. And you'll hear shortly why the university decided to offer honorary doctorates to these two distinguished gentlemen. For our new graduates, you are today graduating from a very distinctive and I think very special university, a university with a long heritage. We were established as University College Nottingham back in 1881, and in those days we were a relatively small institution in the city centre, focused very much on adult education. In 1928 we moved to this wonderful campus, facilitated by Jesse Boots, and since then we've grown to be a very large, very comprehensive university of some 32,000 students, and I think that being comprehensive is an important asset for a university. I do think it's important that in an institution like this, we do offer excellence in teaching and learning that spans the arts, the social sciences, engineering, physical sciences, medical sciences, veterinary sciences. We're also a research-intensive university, and that's to say that we expect our academics to be routinely engaged in the process of discovery and application, because that's terribly important, not just for scientific progress, but for technological progress. It's the process of discovery and application that underpins innovation, and of course it's the process of innovation that underpins social improvement and economic improvement. As a university, we've always, I think, cared about building social capital as well as human capital and physical capital. And by that I mean we've always been a very socially responsible university and tried to contribute in a meaningful way to the communities in which we are embedded. And you see that in obvious ways through, for example, the impact of our School of Education on school improvement in the area. You see it through the impact of our Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences on healthcare in both the City of Nottingham and the region more broadly. But you see it in many other ways also, through the volunteering and mentoring activities of our staff and students. We are also a sustainable, green university in the sense that our research priorities do have some of the biggest challenges that face our society in there around energy sustainability and around food security. But we're green also in terms of what we ourselves try and do as an institution. So if you look at the built environment around us and look at the new construction that's taking place or has recently taken place in this campus, the new bioenergy building at Sutton Bonington, the new geospatial sciences building at Jubilee campus, as we progress new build, we try and push the frontier that bit further on and try and lower our carbon footprint that bit further. And finally, we're also a genuinely global university. We've always been very international in the sense that we've welcomed many international students from many countries to our university and our city. And at the moment, about 25% of our students, about 8,000 students, are international students from 150 different countries, which gives us a wonderful multicultural environment within the university, but also within the city. But there is an additional dimension to Nottingham's globalization, so to speak, and that is the existence of campuses in both Malaysia and China. In Malaysia, we have 3,500 students. In China, 4,500 students. And the two schools which are here today, the School of Computer Science and the School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, have been in the vanguard of the development of those campuses, which are offering wonderful opportunities for student exchange, for faculty exchange, as well as allowing us to learn rather more about a part of the world that will dominate this century. So in looking to the immediate future, our graduates move on today. Some will go on to further studies, some will go into the world of work. You will face new challenges, many personal challenges in adapting to new circumstances, new jobs. As a generation, you will face some very major challenges: how to harness the power of the digital economy, how to create and sustain energy sources which don't damage the planet as much as the energy sources which my generation has relied upon, how to feed the planet. These are big, you might even think quite overwhelming challenges. My advice would be, when you face challenges, however big they are, do confront them as challenges, and don't be cautious about making mistakes, don't be cautious about not getting there first time, because that's all part of a natural learning process. Be ambitious in confronting challenges, be bold in confronting challenge, be adaptable. We know from our basic biology that when things are changing fast, those that survive and succeed are those that are the most adaptable. And you'll be in a world which is changing pretty fast over the next generation or two. And be lucky. As Louis Pasteur famously said, chance favors the prepared mind. So be ready to take advantage of good luck and be ready to minimize the effects of bad luck. And finally, today you make a transition from one Nottingham family, which is a family of some 40,000 Nottingham students worldwide, into a much bigger family, which is a family of 200,000 Nottingham alumni worldwide. Do please be an active member of that alumni family. It's very easy to do these days with the social networking media that we all rely upon to a greater or lesser extent. And there's lots of face-to-face opportunities. We are not going anywhere. Do come back and visit your old campuses. Do take advantage of the many reunions, the many events that we run worldwide every month of every year. Do stay in touch. I hope all of you are successful. Some of you will be spectacularly successful, and when you are, in whatever you do, it's important you let us know, because we like to celebrate the success of our graduates just as much as we like to celebrate the success of our graduands. And your success, make no mistake, is a source of encouragement and a source of inspiration for the students that follow you. So please do enjoy the day. Enjoy the ceremony first and foremost, and then beyond that, do relax and ensure that your families and friends have as memorable a day as you do. Thank you very much. Now, I mentioned earlier that we had two distinguished guests who will receive honorary doctorates today. I'd like to invite Professor Alan Dodson, who's one of our Pro-Vice-Chancellors, to introduce Mr. Mitch Stevenson for his honorary doctorate.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, Mitch Stevenson is a true son of Nottingham. He was born in the city in 1941 and has lived and worked in and around Nottingham for most of his life. He is a very successful businessman, entrepreneur, inventor and philanthropist who has had an enormous impact over Nottingham over many years. After starting work at 16 as an apprentice with aircraft manufacturers, working on Shackletons and the first Vulcan bomber, Mitch worked in the automotive industry and for Raleigh for a number of years, during which time he started investing in property development. In 1975, he and his brother worked together full-time on the renovation and reconstruction of properties, forming a now very successful company in 1981, whose portfolio was exclusively in Nottingham. For those of you who have come to Nottingham more recently, you may find it difficult to envisage how run down and semi-derelict the historic Lace Market area of central Nottingham was in the late 1980s and early 1990s. What is now a thriving, vibrant, regenerated central hub to Nottingham was then full of empty factories, lined with for sale signs, and with an almost complete absence of occupants. It is not overstating it to say that Mitch Stevenson, who was called mad for taking on the issue, played the absolutely key role in leading the Lace Market regeneration, principally through his establishment and chairing of the Lace Market Heritage Trust, which worked in conjunction with Nottingham City and County Councils and the East Midlands Development Agency to create public-private partnerships to drive regeneration. In this, he worked closely with this university's former Vice-Chancellor, Professor Sir Colin Campbell, who had been instrumental in setting up the Lace Market Development Company. An early project was to save the old law courts, which led to the development of the multi-award-winning Galleries of Justice. However, Mitch was critical not only to the facilitating of the partnerships to redevelop the historic buildings, about 65% of which are listed, but his passion was also key to prestigious new projects, such as the National Ice Arena and New College Nottingham. And Mitch was not only busy with the Lace Market Heritage Trust, he has numerous other significant roles where his drive and commitment has been inspirational in the development of the region. He has been chair of the Regional Venture Capital Fund for 10 years. He joined and chaired for 5 years the Nottingham Development Enterprise, and for the last 12 years has been both chair and vice chair of Nottingham Regeneration Limited. Despite the huge commitment Mitch has to local projects, he is also involved with activities further afield at the national level, and he has been on the main board of Sport England since 2007, also chairing its project committee. Given Mitch's unselfish and unstinting contributions to the community, you'll not be surprised to hear that he has received honours previously. Nottingham Trent University, previously Nottingham Polytechnic, where Mitch studied in his youth, awarded him an Honorary Master of Arts in 1997. And in 1998, he was awarded an OBE for services to the Galleries of Justice. In 2004, he was appointed Deputy Lord Lieutenant for Nottinghamshire, and in 2005 was admitted as Honorary Freeman of the City of Nottingham. This last honour bestows the ancient right to drive sheep across Trent Bridge, a right thought not to have been exercised for roughly 500 years. Typically of Mitch, he thought, why not? And earlier this year, he and 2 other freemen, the Paralympic swimmer Tim Reddish and the past Vice-Chancellor Professor Sir Colin Campbell, exercised their right to do so, leading the Swaledale Mascot of the Mercian Regiment over the bridge. With all this, one might be surprised to know that Mitch still has time for some hobbies. He is a keen sailor, having sailed the Atlantic in 1991, and he tells me the waves were unbelievably huge. And he is an enthusiastic salmon fisher. Indeed, he has just 2 days ago returned from 2 weeks in the wilds of northern Canada. No waves there, only bears to watch out for. Mitch has also maintained an interest in aircraft from his early working days, having purchased a number of historic aircraft, which he has given to the Air Museum in Newark, of which he was made president in 2008. He also has the achievement of twice taking 9 wickets as a fast bowler in a cricket match, and the frustration of not getting 10. There is much more I could say about Mitch's achievements and contributions, but time doesn't permit. However, I should conclude by saying that without Mitch's passion, drive, commitment and dedication, Nottingham would today be a much different and poorer place. On behalf of all of us who live and work here, I would personally like to thank you for your very considerable efforts. Vice-Chancellor, to you and the whole congregation, I present Mitch Stevenson as eminently worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
By the authority of the University of Nottingham vested in my office, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Congratulations. I'd now like to invite Professor David Brailsford to introduce Dr. John Warnock to receive his honorary degree.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honour for me to present to you Dr. John Edward Warnock, the co-founder of Adobe Systems Incorporated, its Chief Executive Officer for 16 years, and currently the co-chairman of its board of directors. John Warnock was born in 1940 in Salt Lake City, Utah. His academic career at the University of Utah began with a bachelor's degree in mathematics, but it culminated in a groundbreaking PhD in 1969 in the field of computer graphics. This PhD, in only just over 30 pages, solved the so-called hidden surface problem, at the time one of the major challenges in that field. For example, if you build a computer simulation of the view of a harbour from a ship's bridge, how do you then calculate efficiently which foreground objects will obscure which background objects as the ship proceeds? John Warnock's ingenious solution exploited a technique of recursively dividing the problem into areas which eventually became trivial to compute. Dr. John, as he is affectionately known in Adobe, soon consolidated his position as a leading computer graphics expert. A distinguished career as an academic professor of computer science was his for the asking. After all, to an extent that excites the envy of all of us in the field, he actually looks the part. His reason for declining this career path was very simple and yet very perceptive: far too much academic politics. So instead, he stayed in the software industry and eventually ended up in California in 1978 at Xerox's Palo Alto Research Center, working with his colleague, Dr. Charles Geschke. Now, Xerox PARC in the 1980s employed some of the very best computer scientists in the world. They'd been told to reinvent the office, but instead they ended up reinventing the whole of computing. But the major problem was that Xerox had absolutely no idea how to develop and market this brilliant research. Warnock and Geschke's work on applying computer graphics concepts to fonts and to page layout design was no exception to this. Frustrated by Xerox's inability to act, Warnock and Geschke co-founded Adobe Systems in late 1982. Perhaps inevitably then, Adobe's first product was a page description language called PostScript, which implemented the entire range of vector graphic constructs, such as lines, arcs, and splines, not only for line drawings, but also for the character shapes within the fonts themselves. Now, those beautiful character shapes, in the end, have to be rendered as dots, either on your computer screen or on a laser printer. And if you get this lines to dots conversion wrong, then either a subtle detail on one of your characters will vanish completely, or alternatively, parts of your character will thicken up and look too bold. John Warnock, with more creative thinking, devised a scheme called font hints, as an elegant solution to a problem that some experts in the field had said was quite insoluble. Nobody like me who saw those early PostScript demonstrations will ever forget the razor-sharp quality of the printed pages that came out of the Apple LaserWriter. PostScript changed the face of typesetting and of programming languages forever. And it also kick-started what we all know as the desktop publishing revolution. For me, it marked a shift in my research interests, and it started a relationship with Adobe, which has now extended for 25 years. By 1989, the victory of PostScript in the print and publishing industries was total. Adobe, as you will all know, released a range of graphic design software with names like Photoshop and Illustrator to capitalize on PostScript's success. But the problem still remained of how to get compact digital documents with this superb typeset quality onto the computer screens and laser printers of ordinary end users. The answer came in late 1992 with a product now known to us all as Adobe Acrobat, which of course uses a PostScript-derived format called PDF. The wait for Acrobat and PDF to take off in the marketplace was agonizingly long. Perhaps it's only the co-founder of a company who can afford to invest tens of millions of dollars in his own invention and to say to me, "I know I'm right about this, David. People will eventually understand." Today, of course, PDF is a byword for the accurate rendering of pages, no matter how complex, colorful, or technical, ranging from fashion magazines to instruction manuals to honorary degree orations. Its success is reflected in around 140 million PDF files available online, and in Acrobat becoming Adobe's best-selling software when its sales overtook those of Photoshop in April 2004. John Warnock and Charles Geschke created Adobe with a combination of great personal charm and the old-fashioned virtues of care and concern for their highly skilled workforce. Adobe is always near the top in any rankings of a good company to work for. Adobe now has more than 7,000 employees worldwide, including, I'm very pleased to report, 2 PhD graduates from the School of Computer Science, University of Nottingham. The company, of course, is now having to face up to fresh challenges posed by multimedia documents and by ebooks. Altogether, a remarkable success story for one of its founders, a computer graphics expert and a world-class computer scientist, who once infamously predicted in 1985 that Adobe would stay small and would never employ more than 50 people. Vice-Chancellor, to you and the congregation, I present Dr. John Edward Warnock as eminently worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By the authority of the University of Nottingham vested in my office, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations. Well done. We'll now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of diplomas and certificates. By the authority of the University of Nottingham vested in my office, I admit the candidates presented today and those commended to their degrees, diplomas and certificates in absentia. I'd like to invite Professor Edmund Burke, who's currently Dean of our Faculty of Science, to present the graduates in his faculty for the award of their degrees and diplomas.
Vice-Chancellor, to you and to the congregation, I present these students in my faculty for the following university awards. For the University Certificate, Computer Science, Kees Wang. For the ordinary degree of Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Luke John Thompson. Computer Science and Management Studies, Nyok Nguyen Min. Sungu Yu. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Shuikai Zhang. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Computer Science, Waqas Hamed. Azam Fahad Al-Fayez. Sean Thomas Andrews. Sarpa Erdogan. Michael Richard Henry Barrow. Hakan Beraksan. Dean Bowler. Thomas Peter Bridge. Richard Brown. Jiang Liang Kai. Li Zhao Kao. Josh Charles Carrick. Talveer Singh Kera. Shrikar Shalu. Chen Chen. Jianjun Chen. Ewan Michael Chirk. Kriakos Christodoulou. Timothy Dakene. Yi Shendong. Samuel Franklin. Jonathan Ho. Philip James Francis Howell. Michael Christopher Hoy. Yuji Huang. Yan Jin. Sador Kodirov. Edward James Gordon King. Karis Kiriakou. Xinghao Liu. And for the University Prize for Academic Excellence, Kin Do Kin Tain Luin. Yimin Ma. Jacqueline Dromo Nana Manu. James Allen Roy McGregor. Adrian Monk. Philip Stephen Alexander Morton. Robert Simon Mile. Paul Orobozo Ogun. Ricardo Oliveira. Carl Nicholas Pursglove. Ling Huan Chu. Ashley Miles Rawson. Chloe Nicola Sanderson. Rowan Ashok Shah. Jianhua Shao. Andrew Paul Sharkey. Bhavesh Mansukh Solanki. Richard Stokes. Alan Tyndall. Bhavesh Visafadya. Guang Wang. Wan Lu Wang. Yan Yan Yang. Jonathan Withnell. David Wu. Alan Woosnam. Peng Zhao. Hao Zhu. Lan Zhu. Jonan Yang. Meng Zhang. Qian Xiang. Ji Zhao. Qiwei Zhao. Computer Science with Artificial Intelligence, Jonathan Campbell. Mishna Haraya. Daniel Nicholas Kiss. Mitun Patel. Dominique Stephanie Schreier. James Daniel Walker. Computer Science with Robotics, Christopher Francis Danks. Clive Douglas Rand. Orod Razigai. Anselm Kwok Yin Tam. Christopher David Walbridge. Computing and Information Systems, Andrew Benici. Justine Dingley. E-commerce and digital business, Arun Bharat Chandar. Chun Yen Chung. Fern Elizabeth Gibson. Krisminda Hare. Jansen He. Sishan Shen. Ying Wang. Adam Jan Bon Yao. Pharmaceutical Sciences, Rudy Issam El Hashash. Software Systems, Michael Booth. Daniel Brown. Jonathan Ashley Gibbs. Sophie Hutchinson. Louis Richard George Parsonson. Thomas Joshua Benjamin Probert. Ershad Hamad Kabul. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Joint Honours, Computer Science and Management Studies, Shiza Ahmad. Jacob Lewis Chapman. Xiaolei Chen. Alan Damadzic. Zishao Fu. Tingbei Gong. Jonathan Andrew James Gosden. Michael Van Hong. Lok Wing Lam. Kai Yuan Lee. Nuo Lee. Anna Liu. Alexander Robin Gerard Montano. Martin Mukavari. Huang Ti Tu Nguyen. Jonathan Charles Nicholas. James Anthony Owen. Xujin Xiao. Mustafa Ali Sherif. Christopher David Stanley. Tianming Sun. Yu Jia. Zhong Lu Shi. Shueli Shu. Edmund G. Yan Yuan. Chen Zhang. Yan Zhang. Bin Zhao. For the degree of Master of Pharmacy with Honours, Pharmacy, Bushra Afifa. Sarah Narissa Afzal. Esane Hamadi. Monir Ahmed. Devai Marcus Atala. Adnan Mohammed Awal. Harjeet Kaur Bahaya. Lubpreet Bahaya. Simon Pavandip Singh Baines. Harriet Baker. Ji Wen Ban. Annette Ying Ying Chan. Chiam Ying Chan. Hermione Heyman Chan. Pek San Chan. Sir Wang Chan. Sanjeev Kaur Chana. Zhu Li Cheng. Oi Li Chung. Sarah Chu. Wai Zin Chim. Indrajit Shima. Geeta Chinaya. Min A. Choi. Chui Yi Chu. Che Wei Chua. Pick Yu Priscilla Chuen. And for the University Prize for Academic Excellence, Helen Bridget Considine. Sabina Debu. Sarah Dinabriga. Nicola Donkin. Alexia Eugenia Ann D'Souza. Mohammed Jawad Dungursi. James Peter Fitzpatrick. Peter Matthew Foxon. Jessica Louise France. Sivanswari Ganapathy. Shadi Gerris. Naila Fatima Ghulam Ali. Ria Godania. Christopher John Golding. Elizabeth Ann Heyman. Emily Hickman. Yoke Kim Hugh. Lucy Maud Hiles. Alistair Derrick Hill. Elaine Swee Wen Ho. Amama Holmes. Hala Hosni. Lulu Hatet. Melanie Lei Ling Ip. Rafakat Iqbal. Pitpal Singh Jandu. Harwinder Singh Jas. Kirandeep Kaur Johal. Kirsty Laura Johnson. Priyanka Katyal. Sukhpreet Kaur. Sui Tung Kyung. Chong Zen Koo. Grace G. May Koo. Celinda Amandeep Kaur Kunkuna. Matthew King. Sui Sien Ko. Andalib Kosar. Giresh Lakanpal. Kim Chong Lam Po Yuen. Ching Chung Joseph Lau. Yen Keng Lau. Ying Ying Lee. Kei Shin Lu. Chen Hui Lu. Ching Hong Lim. Wei Yuan Ling. Pei Li Lu. Shahid Mahbub. Kiran Mahmood. Asmita Masani. Vishal Ramesh Mashru. Rachel Amanda Medicha. Mustafa Muhammad. Matthew Morgan. Charlotte Sarah Mullen. Eva Marie Murphy. Mohammed Nabil. Talha Kadir Nazar. Philip Kwok Wing Nyer. Lien Phuong Nguyen. Mayor Overton Nunn. Natalie Rebecca Oliver. Peng Seng Ong. Rory Edward O'Sullivan. Shirag Suryakant Patel. Hussein Patel. Krupali Bhaskar Patel. Reena Patel. Sonal Patel. Vikram Patel. Xiao Chin Phua. Melanie Louise Pilcher. Chi Kwan Pyong. Sruti Propat. Rahim Premji. Matthew Jeffrey Pryor. Sartaj Singh Semi. Akshi Anant Kumar Shah. Jalak Shah. Meera Kirit Shah. Minal Hemshen Shah. Sujan Atal Kumar Shah. Laura Sherry. Nicholas Sherwood. Simardeep Singh. Pooja Kuvar Sisodia. Diana Pei Hoon Song. Amelia Maria Spimpolo. Charlotte Ann Stokes. Sumit Taylor. Dee Sin Tan. Natasha Yen Yi Tang. Ha Jin Cho. Philip Tuma. Ni Sheng Tiong. Suet Ling Tiong. Se Yuen To. Natalie Yuen Ting Sir. Mohammed Umer Osman. Charlotte Elizabeth Walker. Sophie Elizabeth Ward. Gemma Adele Waring. Otakar Woolney. Chong Yi Wong. Kelvin Wong. Thomas Shi Neng Wong. Sir Xing Wong. Wei En Wong. Jiang Chi Wong. Kirsten Louise Wynn. Lee Kian Yap. Mark Young. For the degree of Master of Science, Information Technology, Su Su Cho Tant. For the degree of Master of Research, School of Pharmacy, Daminda Ayal Parara Makawatanji. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Adrian Adaremi Adawanmi. Yusuf Alaya Undala Al-Hamadi. Benjamin Daniel Bedwell. Geert de Meer. Jan Feyreisel. Alexander Simon Green. Sylvia Roeder Lopez. Yin Juan Xiao. Peter Adrian Seepman. Pavel Lesek Videra. School of Pharmacy, Helen Charlotte Buden. Laura Joanne Dexter. Vicky Gallant. Paul Garside. Alexander Garvin. Zheng Jin. Fong Ki Lam. Johannes Paul Magnusson. Lilia Massif. Aram Omar Saeed. Magdalene Romani Rowan Self. Nahed Suad Kia. Drayton Villa Asaliu. Vice-Chancellor, I also present to you, for the degree of Master of Pharmacy with Honours, Pharmacy, Anand Patel. For the degree of Master of Pharmacy with Honours, Pharmacy, Ling Fei Teng. For the degree of Master of Science, Management and Information Technology, Eokunle Daramola. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, School of Computer Science, Ammar Albakaa.
I'd now like to invite Dr. John Warnock to address the congregation.
Vice-Chancellor Greenway and ladies and gentlemen, this honor is a tremendous honor for me. It's very nice to be in front of young graduates. You have a very exciting time ahead of you. As Dr. Brailsford said, I used to work at a place called Xerox Palo Alto Research Center. And this was in 1978, before personal computers existed. Yet at Xerox PARC, which was a very secretive place, we all had our own personal computer. They were all connected with Ethernet cables. We had our own laser printers. We had email, just the way email works today. And we had word processors, just the way word processors work today. Xerox built all of this from scratch. They built the computers, they built the Ethernet, they built the software, the operating systems, and inside this small research facility, we looked at how the future might look in the future. It was a good window onto the future, and from it came pretty much what we have today in terms of personal computers. And yet I'm sort of envious of all of you because you're entering a world where technological change is so rapid and changing all aspects of our economy and changing all aspects of the way we work, the way we do business, the way transactions are made, the way we deal with information, that it's mind-boggling. We will carry in our pocket all the information of the world, and it's extremely exciting. I think that I'm envious of you because there's only opportunity ahead of you. The opportunities are vast, and it's up to you to sort of take advantage of it. I think I want to leave you with a quote from a friend of mine, Alan Kay. I wish I had made up this quote, but he did. He said, "The best way to predict the future is to invent it." And so what I'd like to leave you with is go out in the world and invent the future. Thank you.
Thank you, John. I'd like to do two things before closing this morning's ceremony. First of all, to again add my warmest congratulations to our new graduates, and my warmest congratulations to their very proud parents, spouses, friends at the front here. Secondly, I'd like to ask all our new graduates at the back of the hall to stand, please. So you've achieved great things in, first of all, getting a place at this university, and then in completing your bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, PhDs. And of course, you've done most of that through your own hard work and your own application, but you've had a bit of help along the way from two groups of people that we have in the hall. There's the group that's represented by my colleagues behind me, the academic and the support staff who assisted you through supervision or through class direction. And then, of course, there's all these folks at the front of the hall without whom you almost certainly wouldn't have been here because they're the people that have supported you emotionally and financially through your studies. So this is your opportunity to say a big thank you to all those that have helped you through your studies. Thank you. I now declare the congregation closed, and I'd like to invite the remainder of the hall to stand, please, while we play the national anthem to conclude our ceremony.